All right. Hey guys, it is the Garden Girls, and of course we're here at Milligers. It's Chris and Kara. How do we do that? All right, but we thought everyone's really loving how we are doing the videos before the workshop so that you guys can watch the videos beforehand and come in and know exactly what's going on, and we don't have to do a half-hour spiel. And you get to enjoy your wine and make your creation. So on Tuesday, this is April 20th at 6:30 at the Racine store. We should probably clarify that. Unfortunately, we've had some customers going to the wrong store. So it's at the Racine location because that's where all of our greenhouses are. And I love this one. This is brand new. New is always fun, right?
Well, everyone loves succulents, and we were so excited when this little turtle came in, and we immediately reordered a whole bunch more so that we could turn it into a workshop. So Kara can show you the finished
we
product.
planted this one right away to show you what it looks like. And super easy to do. There's 7 little slots in the top where you can pick out your succulents. And perfect timing, we just got a beautiful succulent shipment. My mom went over to the succulent area and brought some over here. Now, how did you make your selections?
Oh, thanks, Kara. Well,
take it away.
This is a study in texture because we have very few flowers on the succulents. And so we're fortunate to have different colors, different textures, and different growth habits. So we think, okay, so I'm going to show you close up. You see how we have all these different colors evolving, and we're hoping that as the season progresses that the shell of the turtle will be completely covered, okay? So for that purpose, some of the, and I'll move them over here, so Kara's going to do the planting, and the reason that we chose this type of succulent, which is called an echeveria, and there are probably 900 varieties of this particular type of succulent. So you can see that we have all these different colors evolving. So some of them
I really like that one.
This little red-edged one.
You see it? It's really pretty.
And some are bluish, some have green, some are bright green. And so with
color.
that, right, and some of them are going to have little plantlets coming off of them. The one you might be most familiar with is the old-fashioned sempervivum, or hen and chicks. And it is one hen and all the little baby chicks around. So we know that this is going to cover up a fairly large area.
How about this one?
And this is string of pearls, which is highly sought after right now, and we're fortunate to have this in the small starter size.
So fun.
So I would like to show you how you can expect, maybe you want to do some close-ups. So these are a plant that is a few months along, and you see this great symmetry in this plant. It is just a wonderful work of nature to see this perfect rosette forming and getting larger and larger. And some of them have almost a little fuzzy, hairy texture. Some have on the tips little red markings. And then, of course, we have these varieties that are a little more polished. So that is your selection. And this is a complete workshop, all for $50. It includes Tommy Turtle.
Or I thought he was a dinosaur.
One person thought it was a dinosaur.
Well, he's got that head.
Yeah, who knows what they look like, right? So,
so it just comes completely empty, and I filled it with soil. And don't be afraid if the soil is covering up the moss, because when you water it, it just rinses right off. So you don't have to worry about any kind of having too much soil on the container itself. Now, these guys over here, do you want me to do these?
Any that you like.
It's really hard. That's going to be your biggest challenge, is which ones you're going to use, I think. But it's super easy to do. And they just go right in these little holes.
I mean, of course, you have the option of doing it all in hen and chicks, or you could do all string of pearls. But I think that the whole idea here is yeah,
you made it
without hurting it. So you know what you may have to do is we're going to make sure that what you have chosen is quite wet, and then you can squeeze the root ball so that it will fit into here. Because we want it to be set in deep enough. Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun. You know, this is such a fun one, I think, to do as a multi-generational trip to Milligers.
Right. I mean, there isn't a child on the planet that doesn't like a succulent. And so this is a great workshop to do with a child or a grandchild or a nephew or niece. And it's going to be easy to maintain. So if you're wondering, well, now what will I do with it? So as soon as the weather warms, so for when you take it home, the night of the workshop, I would just suggest putting it on like a cookie sheet or something that has sides to it, so that when you water it, you don't have to worry about it spilling and whatever. So until we get to at least the mid to latter part of May, that's where it needs to be kept, maybe in a sunny window.
Well, yeah, watering is a big question that a lot of people, you know, I always feel sad when people say that they kill their succulents, and I'm wondering if it's probably too much love.
Well, most of the time it is overwatering, and so when in doubt, don't water, okay? So a plant like this, the word for the way the leaves should feel is turgid. And what that means is that each little petal is full of water. So if it starts to get wrinkled and soft and spongy, it is most likely that it has not enough water. But if the bottom row around the bottom starts to basically shed the whole bottom layer, you can guess that the plant is too wet. So the best thing to do is to water it thoroughly, just get the whole thing wet, and then let it rest for at least a week. So the problem with orchids or any other blooming plant, it just tends to be too much love. So we want to be sure that we're not over-watering.
Just got one more to go. Sometimes, I mean, it's really helpful to kind of set it in place and make sure that you're getting that variance in your colorations and texture and just uniqueness of them, because as they grow together and kind of blend together, I think it looks so neat when you have that variety.
Well, that looks wonderful.
Thanks, Mom.
So, you did great.
So we have a limited number of these.
Right. We can accommodate up to about 45 people for this, and we're almost halfway there. So we need you to sign up and to come and enjoy this wonderful project. You know, this isn't the only thing that could be planted in here. You could do little moss roses, or you could do some of the very, very low annuals, even like white alyssum. But what you're paying for is the succulents in the $2.99 size. So technically, if you bought all the succulents and this piece, you couldn't even do it for $50. So this is a bargain, and it's a fun night because we have wine and everybody gets to see. There are probably going to be no two alike because you can express your individuality in your plant selection.
Okay, guys, so don't forget, it is Tuesday, April 20th, 6:30 p.m. at our Racine store, and we've got a ton of more workshops coming up, so we'll be doing some more videos and educating and inspiring you.
See you there. You know,